Hello and welcome to the Beehive State. Yes, welcome to the Beehive State. I am here in Utah, and today I have gotten this question so many times. I get calls constantly. Mariah, my family and I are thinking about making a move, relocating to Utah. We're wondering where the best place is to live. Well, today I'm going to be sharing some different cities that you may want to consider if you are thinking about making a move or relocating here to Utah, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Curley here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in Utah. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, who are looking to relocate, buy or sell a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. My team and I would absolutely love to connect with you. Also, if you are thinking about making a move here and you want a copy of our free Moving to Utah guide, comment down below the word guide, Guide, and we will send that over to you. So let's hop right into some of the best places to live here in Utah. I remember when my family and I were thinking about relocating here to Utah, there are so many. You start looking online, you start searching, and you start doing the Google and all of that stuff. And there are so many phenomenal places to live here in Utah. So really narrowing it down is going to really depend on what you are looking for the most. So today I'm going to walk you through some, fantastic places, in my personal opinion, of, great places to live here in Utah. And again, it'll really just depend on what you're looking for, job situation, lifestyle, weather, all of those different things. So let's just start with, first and foremost, Salt Lake City. Yes, Salt Lake City offers so much in the way of jobs and transportation and activities and sports teams, all of those different things you are going to have at your fingertips in Salt Lake City. Now, I know some people will reach out and say, "Hey, you know what, Mariah? I want to be close to Salt Lake City, but I actually don't want to live in downtown Salt Lake City." Well, you're in luck. There are so many phenomenal suburbs in and around Salt Lake City. So even if you go, 10 minutes outside, 15 minutes outside, 20 minutes outside of Salt Lake City, you are going to have a ton of different cities, different suburbs that are very, very close to Salt Lake City. So, for example, if you go just a little bit south of Salt Lake City, you can get to Cottonwood Heights, Draper, Sandy. If you go just a little bit west, you can be in Bluffdale, you can be in Harriman. If you go a little bit north, about 15-20 minutes north of Salt Lake City, you're going to hit cities like Bountiful, Farmington, right? You're going to be in Davis County if you go a little bit north. If you go a little bit south, you're still going to be in Salt Lake County. And if you keep coming about 30 minutes south of Salt Lake City, 35 minutes, you're going to hit Utah County. There are a ton of great options in Utah County as well. So I always pose the question to my clients of, what exactly are you looking for? Are you wanting to be close to the airport? Are you wanting to be close to skiing? Are you wanting to be close to a job? Are you wanting to be close to family? All these different things will really help determine what will be the best fit for you. So, for example, Salt Lake City, if you want to be close to skiing, right? You've got Big and Little Cottonwood Canyon. Depending on where you're living in Salt Lake City, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 30 minutes away from your house, but the accessibility to that is very, very convenient. If you want to be close to the airport, maybe you commute a lot, maybe you travel a lot and you want to be close to the airport, anywhere in and around Salt Lake City, your commute could be very, very short. So depending on what it is that you're looking for, Salt Lake City has a lot to offer. If you're into the outdoors, you've got the hills, you've got all the different trails. Again, you've got, world-class skiing that's nearby too. So depending on what you're looking for, Salt Lake City is a phenomenal option. Moving right along to one of the other best places to live here in Utah would be Park City. And I get this question all the time too. Mariah, we're thinking about moving to Park City, but we kind of like the Heber Valley. We kind of like Camas. We like all these different places around. Park City is a phenomenal place if you are looking for specific things. Number one, it is more of a luxury tourist destination. So there are a lot of tourists that come to Park City all year long. If you like that, it could be a great fit for you. If you want to live in, there are a bunch of different luxury communities in and around Park City as well. If you are looking for something like that, Park City could be a great fit for you. If you like that, charming Main Street downtown Park City, very walkable, that is another good fit. People ask me about the schools. The schools in and around Park City are rated very high. It is part of the Park City, school district that's there. So Park City is another great option. Something to know about Park City is you are about 45 minutes, east of Salt Lake City. So people ask, well, how convenient is it to the airport? International airport would be the closest one would be Salt Lake City. There is also an airport in Heber, in the Heber Valley, which is about 20 minutes, depending, 25 minutes, depending on where you're coming from Park City. So that also is a good option for many too. So Park City, you've got, if you are a skier, snowboarder, and you want to be in and around that kind of community, that might be a phenomenal fit for you. Moving right along to number three. Number three is the Orem Provo area. Yes, Orem and Provo are located about 35 minutes south of Salt Lake City, and it is a very family friendly community. You've got two universities that are in and around Provo and Orem. You've got Brigham Young University, and you also have Utah Valley University. Both are four-year colleges, and many people are drawn to that area. Number one, for work. You've got a lot of students that are, coming to that area. You've got a lot of professors that are coming into that area as well. And you've got a lot of people that, families that love the family friendly atmosphere that you are going to experience in the Provo Orem area. Same thing, school district, the school districts there are rated very high. It is part of the Alpine School District. So you've got a lot of really good schools in and around Orem and Provo. You are very close to Provo Canyon. So if you are wanting recreation, same thing for Sundance. If you want to ski, you go right, you're about 25 minutes away from Sundance. Which many people love, and it's just right up Provo Canyon. So that is another great option for people too. They like the accessibility. People that are moving to Orem and Provo, they like the accessibility to Salt Lake City. They like that it's a little bit smaller town feel, not all the hustle bustle. Many people like that you don't experience as much of the inversion in and around Orem, and you're really close to Utah Lake. Many people like those lake views that you will see in Orem, in Provo as well. And many times we say Orem and Provo because they're almost like sister cities. They're right next to each other. So that is another really good option for many too. Moving right along to the last one is St. George, Utah. Yes, St. George, Utah. Many people ask me about St. George constantly, like, what's the difference between Salt Lake and St. George? We'll talk more about that another time. But many people love St. George. Number one is the weather. The weather, yes, you see four seasons in St. George, but it is going to be much warmer than you're going to experience in Salt Lake, Provo, and Park City. You are not typically going to see the type of snow that you have more in northern Utah. Summers are going to be much hotter in St. George. So some people love living in St. George part-time because of the weather, where they don't want to experience the really hot summers, but they also, enjoy more of the mild winters as opposed to, snow here in snow here in the Salt Lake area. So depending on what you're looking for, St. George is also known as more of a retirement destination. You've got the proximity to the 5 national parks that are right there. You've got, you're close enough to Cedar City where same thing, like there's skiing that's available. The accessibility in and around St. George is a huge draw. Like I said, you've got the climate. tons of outdoor activities and recreation in and around. And you've got that accessibility to the national parks. You've got the accessibility to so much sports and recreation that are constantly happening in St. George. St. George is a big hub. Like I said, there's lots of people that are moving to St. George in and around. So, just to kind of recap, give you a snapshot, if you are thinking about making a move to Utah, number one, Salt Lake City is a huge draw. Like I said, there are a ton of places to live just outside the city. If you're not thinking, I don't want to be right in the city, but I want to be nearby, lots of different suburbs. Reach out to my team and I, let us know what you're looking for. We can point you into the direction of, of something that might be a good fit for you. Number two is the Park City area. If you are looking for small town feel, more luxurious, a little bit farther outside of Salt Lake City, Park City could be a phenomenal option for you. Same thing around, world-class skiing and snowboarding. You can experience that there as well. Number three, we talked about the Provo-Orem area, just in Utah County, about 35 minutes south of Salt Lake City. Another phenomenal option, very family friendly. And last but not least, fourth, we talked about St. George, Utah. Many people love the climate, they love the outdoor activities, and all that there is to offer in that area. So hopefully this gives you an idea of some of the best places to live here in and around Utah. If you are thinking about making a move here to Utah in a week and a month or even a year from now, feel free to reach out to my team and I. We hear from people like you all the time and we absolutely love it. And if you want a copy of that free Moving to Utah guide, comment down below the word guide, Guide, and we will send that right over to you. Wishing you a phenomenal rest of your day, and we will talk to you later. Bye.